Jai Hind everyone, welcome back to the Patriotic IAS. Now we are going to start our daily current affairs and we have major topic that we will be discussing one by one. The first topic that we are going to take is the SCO meeting that is about to be held, already concluded into the Pakistan and Islamabad. So you should know as per for the state PCS, this is important that where it was held, it is held into the Islamabad and it is in the Pakistan. Okay. The name of this meeting is the head of the government meeting. So the top meeting that take place is the under the SCO is the head of a state meeting, but it is the head of government meetings. Okay. And here the participation from the India and Pakistan was a bit like the renewable of the relationship between the Pakistan and India, because we have break all the bilateral talks with the Pakistan. The basics about this you should know is that when it started, SCO is a type of the grouping, and here it is considered that it is the anti-Europe or the anti-US alliance or the grouping, and there has been the such perception of this grouping. It started, the SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, it is started in 1996. So it was started in 1996 and the name of that grouping was not the SCO, it was at that particular time Shanghai 5, because the 5 nations started this. The 5 nations, the first is Russia, second is the China, and the 3 are the Central Asian countries. Okay, so the three Central Asian countries, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. Later in 2001, Uzbekistan joined this grouping and the name was changed from the Shanghai 5 to the SCO. So this was the process, this was the historical background. So it was the Uzbekistan. Still the Turkmenistan, this is the Central Asian country that is still not part of this SCO. So in the prelims they can ask that which one of the following Central Asian country is not part of the SCO. So that will be the Turkmenistan. So you should remember Turkmenistan. Why Turkmenistan? Because Turkmenistan follow the policy of neutrality. It's do not want to join any of the group that give perception that you are joining a particular bloc. Either it is the US bloc or the Russian bloc against each other. So this is the main reason. Later it was the country that joined the SCO is the India and Pakistan in 2017. And after that into the 2023, last year it was the Iran was inducted, and in 2024 this year in the July, Belarus is also become the part of this Shanghai Cooperation Organization. This is very important information with respect to the prelims examination, either for the UPSC or the state PCS. The other thing you should know that under the SCO there is the RATS. What is the RATS? This is the regional anti-terrorist structure that works against any of the activities, particularly those group of the terrorist group, those who are working against the interest of the countries into the SCO region. So these are the things you should know. Here it is the map that has been given. These are the countries in the green who are the full-time member of the SCO. The green, this is showing the observer member, and the yellow is the dialogue partner. So you see that before going for the full membership, you have to go for the observer status, and before observer status, you have to go for the dialogue partner. I think most of the neighbors of India, they are the dialogue partner, like the Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Maldives, Myanmar, all are they a part of the this dialogue partner except the Bhutan. Bhutan is not part of this any of this membership. So this is all about you should know about the Shanghai Cooperation. One more thing you should know is the structure. The structure, the topmost body is the Council of Head of State, and after that it is the Council of Head of Government, and under that this is the Prime Minister who participate. Under the Head of State, the main leader of that country. For example, for the China, it is the Xi Jinping. For the India, it will be the Modi. Prime Minister Modi will be participating. But in the Council of Head of Government, here you will see that instead of Prime Minister Modi, it is the External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar that is participating in this organization and these meetings. So this is all about from this news. Here you will see that you should know that the previous meeting was the Foreign Minister meeting of SCO, and it was held into the Goa, India, and Pakistan participated. The difference between that year participation and this year, at the previous year when it was conducted into the India, it was the very hot debate between the China, Pakistan and India against each other. Pakistan commented on the Kashmir, India commented on the cross-border terrorism. This time neither India nor Pakistan, they mentioned each other, particularly the disputed regions such as the Kashmir. Neither it was mentioned by the Pakistan the name of the Kashmir dispute, and neither it was mentioned the issue of the cross-border terrorism. However, India took the phrasing of the SCO's Charter of 2001 to show that the main issue, without naming the Pakistan, the main issue of the region is the terrorism, separatism and extremism. Okay, so this is the thing. This is the positive change that we are seeing into this meeting, because there is the chances that in the future there could be the more meeting between the India and bilateral meeting between India and Pakistan. So these are the things you should know. Here you will see that again, when asked with the foreign minister and from the leadership of the Pakistan, that how the future of the conversation, dialogue and deals that is going between the India and Pakistan. So the reply we got from the Pakistani side is it will be based on the reciprocity. Means if you will do something for us, we will be doing something for you as well. So reciprocity means अगर आप कुछ हमें देंगे तो हम आपको देंगे. This is the thing. Okay. So this is all about from this article. Next important news that we are going to discuss is the Five Eye Nations back the Canada in the row with the India. We saw that the Hardeep Singh Nijjar that has been killed into the Canada, and it was being alleged that it was the Indian intelligence agency who mainly are cause behind the death of Hardeep Singh Nijjar. And here the Canada is alleging that the India is violating the laws of the Canada, and they are trying to kill this citizen of the Canada. So any of the nation, if you go and without the permission, if you take some action, judicial action, so there is always opposition. And here you will see that in the support of the Canada, there are the other four nations. Canada with these four nations, they are known as the Five Eye Nations. So you should know what are these five nations. New Zealand, Australia, okay, they are close to each other. Then US and Canada, they are just close to each other. And fifth is the UK. The origin of this I-5 nation starts just after the World War II. So when before the Cold War started, the intelligence input was very much important, and that's why US and UK in the combination, they started this intelligence gathering and sharing with each other, and that's resulted into the formation of Five Eye countries, and they have given the region to gather the intelligence. For example, this UK has given the responsibility to collect the intelligence informations into the European region and also the West Asian region. Same is with the Australia and New Zealand. They have been given in the South Pacific region. So these are the things you should know. Five Eyes Nation, you should have the clarity what are known as the Five Eye Nation. Next important news with respect to the increase into the MSP. So you should know what is the MSP, minimum support price. So before sowing process goes on with the each of the agricultural season. For example, we have the Kharif season, we have Zaid season, and we have the this Rabi season. Rabi season that comes into the October month, and October November when we start sowing of the wheats and rapeseed, mustard seeds, sunflower that is also known as the safflower, and lentils, gram. All these are the Rabi crop. So you should have clarity that mainly the wheat, barley, gram, lentil, masoor, and rapeseed and mustard, satsu and tori. Rapeseed is the tori, and this sunflower, safflower, that is the surajmukhi. Okay, so this is also known as the kusum. Safflower is also known as the kusum. So they are the Rabi crop, and MSP is the minimum support price that government promised that after the harvesting, when there is the final harvesting of these crops. So if you will not get any of the buyers into the market in the rate that is the beneficial for the farmers, that is the input cost plus some of the labor charge of the farmers, so government will buy this, so that it provides the security for the farmers to go for the sowing of all these important crop. In the case of if there is the very large, very high amount of the production of this crop and the value of the price goes down, so government ensure by the MSP that they will be buying this. So this is the scheme. This is not a imposition on the government. It is the government decision. Generally government buy, but you see that the farmers are protesting for the legalization of these MSP. So this is the main thing that the farmers protest was going on, and they are demanding for the legalization. Now it is just as the discretion of the government how much they are going to buy, what will be the price they are giving. So we see that the final decision that is taken on the MSP is the Cabinet Committee on the Economic Affairs headed by the Prime Minister. So this is the thing you should know. So who take the final decision on the MSP? This is the Cabinet Committee on the Economic Affairs, and it is headed by the Prime Minister. So please remember that. Now we have increased near about the 10% amount, 5 to 10% amount in each of these MSPs of the Rabi crop. So please remember this, safflower, rapeseed. So you should not confuse with the rapeseed and castor. Rapeseed is tori, castor is the ready. Okay, so in our local language we call this ready. So these are all the things. This is the next news that is with respect to the Jammu and Kashmir. The oath is being taken by the Umar Abdullah, and now he will be the first chief minister of the Union Territory. Previously it was the Jammu and Kashmir as the state. Again, he was the last chief minister because when he was the last chief minister as per the previous rule and constitution of the Jammu Kashmir. Generally it is the 5 years duration tenure for the chief minister into the other state of the India, but it was 6 years into the Jammu and Kashmir. So it was the last leader who ruled for the 6 years. He was the Umar Abdullah, and it is the first chief minister who is going to rule into the union territory of the Jammu and Kashmir. So please remember all these things. Previously it was the 6 year serving time tenure, and he was the last person who completed the 6 year tenure. Next important news is with respect to the Roma Rai. So he is niece of the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. So please remember, and daughter of the Sarat Chandra Bose. And you should also remember that the wife of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was the Emily Senkel. Emily Senkel was the German citizen. So you should know that it is those who are our revolutionary, like the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose or it is the M.N. Roy. They all were the also romantic pose, and they fall in love, they married. And here you will see that the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose married a citizen of the Germany. Now you will see Rajiv Gandhi loved and fall in love with the person from the Italy. So it is the Sonia Gandhi. Okay, so here you should, just for your interest, I am giving this news. So please remember that Roma Re, now she is her demise, and in that you should know all these things. Next important news is the Hill Area Committee asks Manipur government to hold ADC. What is the ADC? Autonomous District Council. We have already studied in our previous class that for the administration and governance of the hill area and the tribal area living in there, we have the two schedules, Schedule 5 and Schedule 6. Schedule 5 and Schedule 6. So here you will see that in Schedule 6 only 4 states come, that is the Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. All 4 are connected. If you will go Assam, Meghalaya and Tripura, they are very much connected, and after that you will see that in the row the Mizoram, because there the condition of tribal is more isolated. They are not that much more close or the more connecting with the mainstream people as compared to the other tribal areas and the other tribal groups. So here we have given the Schedule 6, but for the other like the Manipur, it is the Schedule 5. Here again you will see that the Autonomous District Council is constituted so that they can provide the legislative suggestion to the our state legislature and governor, also to the president, that can be forwarded to the president as well. So here you will see that this Hill Area Committee that was set up in 1972, and here you will see that it comprised the legislature of the all constituency that fall wholly within the state hilly area, and you will see that these hilly area, they are mainly inhabited by those tribal group who are in the fight with the Metis, like the Kuki, Jo and Hamar, and also the Naga. So here it is given that some of the hill area like the Chura Chundapur and the southern hills, that is also known as the Kangpokpi, Manipur North, Senapati, and Tamenglong and Udkhul. They are the area where we have this autonomous district in this. The Churachandpur and the Kangpokpi, they are Kuki dominated area. Here you will see that Udkhul that and Senapati, that is dominated by the Naga. And the other area, that is the Tamenglong, that is the mix of this Naga and also the Kuki. So these are the things you should know. Next important news, the very curious case that comes from the UP spitting by the vendors into the food product and the food they are serving. So this is very humiliating, such type of the thing that happens whenever you have you have orthodoxy, Rudhivadipan. So these are the things that is not good for any society. You will see this is going on, the Five Eyes support Canada is pat with the India. So same thing, we already have discussed what is the Five Eyes nations. Here you will see that the army to commemorate 62nd year of the Battle of Walong, Battle of Walong. This is associated with the Indochina, Sino-India War of 1962. So here you will see that despite there was the humiliating defeat of the Indian army, India's by the Chinese, but we will see that the many of the area where the Indian army show its bravery, because India got defeated, it is not due to the lack of the bravery, it is due to the lack of the resources, like we didn't have that much tank that can work on the higher latitude, we didn't have the aeroplane or the jet or anything. Our infrastructure was lacking in that area, because just after the freedom struggle we enter into our nation making, and that's why at that particular time India was facing a lot of resource crunch, and also there was some of the miscalculation from our leadership as well. Many of the allegation is made, but here you will see that the Walong War Memorial, this is particularly into the Arunachal Pradesh, and it is very close to the Tawang region. Tawang region is very much disputed. China always always claim on the Tawang, and Tawang is the Buddhist dominated area and Buddhist center that is very sacred place for the Buddhists. So you should know the Tawang area. Here we will see that the the number of the Indian soldiers were just 800 and the Chinese were 4,000. Despite they were not able to dominate, they were not able to defeat the Indian army for the 27 days, and the Chinese have to they provided additional army of the 15,000, and after that they able to defeat and control the region. Here there is the one of the very famous comment from the Time magazine. Time magazine wrote in the 1963 that at the Walong Indian troops lacked everything. The only thing they didn't lack was the guts, the courage, the the way they fought. That was like they were. You must have watched the 300 movie, the Troy movie. You will see that the guts of the army, that doesn't matter how much number you have, the way you fight, the way you show your courage, that is the main thing that is always taken into the consideration. Next important news is the Section 6A of the Citizenship Amendment Act. Already we saw that there was a lot of dispute with respect to Citizenship Act of the 1955, and there is the amendment. But here you will see that the Section 6A that is being contested into the Supreme Court. Here the contestation, this Section 6A provide that those who have migrated from the Bangladesh, and if they are before 1966, okay, if they are coming into the India and this is the date, so here you will see that all the rights and the obligation of the Indian citizens will be provided to those migrants. So again, here you will see that the one more thing is that those who have migrated between 1966 and 1977 would have the same right obligation, except that 10 years of the voting rights will be not given. But here the contestation is that why this is only for the Assam, because it is the Assam Accord that provide this thing. Okay, so it is the Assam Accord that provide this thing, but the thing is that why this is only for the Assam, this is the main thing that is being disputed into the Supreme Court. So this is all about from this. Next important news is already we have discussed the marital rape case. Here you will see that the normally if there is the main, and the main is going to force for any of the women for the sexual intercourse without her consent, so that is considered as the rape. But here the rape that is provided under the section 375 has the one exception, that a man is going to force a woman, and if the woman is his wife, so it will be not considered as a rape if the age of the woman is more than 15 years. Now in the change of the law, now we saw that the Bharati Nyaya Samhita has been introduced, and in the Bharati Nyaya Samhita they have just increased the limit of the age from the 15 to the 18 years. So if the age of the women is more than 18 years and the husband is going to force the women to go into the sexual intercourse, so that will not consider under the rape. But the force without the consent, if you go for the any person with the this sexual intercourse, that will be considered as a rape. So why the discrimination with the women? So this is going into the legal battle into the High Court, Supreme Court. There has been a lot of verdict, and one of the recent verdict consider that yes, government should consider that this exception should be deleted. However, there is also some of the verdict where it has been considered that it is the matter of the legislature. Legislature should consider the social, culture and the legal aspect of this marital rape, and after that they should decide. So this marital rape is into the discussion, and you should know that this is the exception under the clause 2 of the section 375 of the IPC. Now it is under the Bharati Nyaya Samhita. Model Code of Conduct, this comes just after the announcement of the election date, and it is just when the Election Commission of India announced the election date, model code of the conduct comes into the place. So you should know about this because the election in the Maharashtra and Jharkhand is going to be conducted into the November month, next month. So this is in the news. Now there is already a report on the FAO report. We see that the FAO, this is the Food and Agriculture Organization of the, it is the specialized body of the United Nations. Here you will see that the hunger index that is released by the FAO. There is already we have the detailed news analysis in the our editorial section. We will study this on that page. Recently we saw that the microRNA, this is into the news because of the, it has given as the this research and analysis, those two scientists, Victor Ambrose and Gary Ruvkun, they have given the Nobel Prize to do analysis on the microRNA. So microRNA, this is the main thing that show that the what is the condition after the transcription. So you must have been knowing in your basic science that whenever you talk about the DNA contains the information of our whole body part, how we are going to, my ear, my nose, my eyes, that is going to make up. This is made up of the protein, and those protein is made by the information given by the DNA. So DNA is the place where the information is stored. So this is not directly DNA give the information. What is done? DNA is like a person who write the information on a particular area. So this is known as the transcription. Like whenever you speak someone and whenever is writing, so this process of giving the information into the written form is known as the transcription. So here the transcription process first takes place, and this transcription takes place into the RNA. So here you will see that the RNA is where the transcription is being done, and after that the protein is produced on this transcription. So here they work on the roundworm, on this RNA molecule, and this small RNA molecule, they are known as the microRNA. So this gives the better understanding of how the information is given and how the property characteristic transfer from the one generation to the other generation, or how all this thing is functioning, how the protein making is taking place. You will see that the Nobel into chemistry is given on the structuring, that how the structure of the protein is there. So this year the protein has become the center point for the Nobel. For the medicine, it is the microRNA. MicroRNA gives the information to the formation of the protein, and this is in the medicine and physiology, this Nobel Prize. And structure of the protein that was unknown till now has been given as the chemistry Nobel Prize. So please remember all this thing. So this is all about that how every cell in the organism contains a copy of DNA, and DNA provides the blueprint that build and maintain the organism, and this building and the maintenance is being done by the process called as the protein formation. Okay. So DNA contains the instruction on how cells can make this protein. Every protein has a specific function. For example, hemoglobin is the protein, and it has the function of the transferring the oxygen from whenever we inhale the air. Here the oxygen is being transported across the body by this hemoglobin. This is a type of protein. So each set of the instruction to make a given protein from the organism's total DNA is called a gene. Okay, so DNA of the human has the 19,000 to 20,000 genes. Okay, so are you getting the DNA? In the DNA into the all collection make the genes, and after this there is the production of the protein, and proteins is like the different organism of the body parts. Okay, so already we have discussed all these things. When a cell want to make a protein, it first make the transient copy of the gene called the messenger RNA, mRNA. Okay, so this transcription process, the knowledge that is given by this DNA is stored into the messenger RNA. So you should know all these things. So with the discovery of the microRNA, one thing you should know, post-transcriptional gene regulation is upgraded. That become the much effective and much impactful. Next news, already we have discussed a lot of about the Canadian and Indian tussle that is going on, and it is on the name of the Khalistani activist Hardeep Singh Nijjar. So remember this name, already we know that all this thing is going on. The second is that the global hunger index, we have already seen that the global hunger index that is released by the FAO, this is the Food and Agriculture Organization, that is the specialized body of the UN. So please remember that. This is the specialized body of the UN, and it gives the report. The most important report is the global hunger index. Here you will see that the India's position has been given in a very worst position. India has been ranked as the 105 and score is given to 27.3. This is the rank as the India is suffering from the serious case. Okay. So this is the alarming case. Here you will see that the different points is given with respect to the different condition and status. Again, one more news is there into the last page. We will see that here how the scoring is done. It has been given that if the score is between below 9.9, that means the low level of hunger is not there. Okay. If this is the 10 to 19.9, 19.9, it is the moderate, means yes, the some people, there is the some population, they are the hungry. And if it is the 35 to 49.9, this means the alarming level of the hunger. A large population is, they are the hungry, they don't have the food to eat, they don't have the access to food. These are the things. And here if you will see that if you above the 50, this is the extremely alarming. So this is the case that is India is facing. India is in this, where is India? Okay. So it is lower than that. So it is the severe case, not the alarming, just before the alarming. So here you will see that this global hunger index that has the 4 parameters. The first parameter is the child wasting. What is the child wasting? Means if the weight, if you will compare the weight and the height of a child. So if the height increase but the weight doesn't increase as per the proportional to the height, so it's result into the child stunting. Stunting means the length height is low. Same here it is given that the undernourishment means share of the population with the insufficient caloric intake. Okay, here is the case, the person have the sufficient wheat, but the wheat that is not as per the demand of the work he is doing. Okay, or the rice or the anything, the food doesn't have that quantity of the caloric value that is needed. Okay, the third is the child wasting. Here you will see that the weight and their age, weight and the height, that is compared into the wasting. Okay, here the height with the age. So please remember child stunting. As for example, if a child is 8-year-old and he is still too fit, so this will be considered under this. So age and lower height. So this is the main thing. After that, undernourishment, caloric value, child wasting, so it is the height and the weight. And after that, child mortality, how much children they are dying with, due to the different regions, such as the different type of the disease. So these are all considered under this. So this is all about from this news, that report that is coming from the FAO. Next important news is with respect to the Kaveri Award work only during the monsoon, good monsoon. Here you will see that this is mainly with respect to the India in the interstate relation, and this is fight between the Tamil Nadu and the Karnataka, the Kaveri that originates and flows through the Karnataka, and it's crosses Karnataka border and it enters into the Tamil Nadu. So Tamil Nadu is the lower riparian state because the river is coming from the Karnataka. So here you will see that there is always tussle that how much water Karnataka should use, how much water the Tamil Nadu is should use. So for that already we have provided, the Indian Constitution has provided a separate article to deal with this, and under that this is the article 273. 272, 273, that is with respect to the interstate relation. Here this provides the Kaveri Water Dispute Tribunal that gives the verdict, and this bone of contention since the tribunal interim order into the 1991. So here you will see that this Kaveri Water Dispute Tribunal, it gives its verdict into the 2007. Still there was the debate, and despite the Supreme Court is excluded from the taking the interwater dispute, but the Supreme Court has a special leave petition, and under that they reached to the Supreme Court, and after 11 years in 2018 Supreme Court came up with the renewed scheme, and here you will see that under this scheme the share for the Karnataka that increases due to the increased demand of the Bangalore, and the Tamil Nadu what was given under the verdict by this Kaveri Water Dispute Tribunal, here it has been reduced from the 419 TMC to the 404 TMC. So here it is the TMC, that is the measurement that is in the uh, cubic of the water that is done for the water measurement. Okay. So this is all about from this news article, that how the thing is going on. You will see that there is no dispute whenever there is the good monsoon, because the water quantity is sufficient to fulfill the need of the Karnataka as the Tamil Nadu. But whenever there is the deficit monsoon, there is the fight and tussle always that they approach to the Supreme Court. This is the thing is going on, and this depend upon the monsoon and its precipitation. The next important news is being discussed. This is into the news that there is a company, you must have been knowing the name of the company is Samsung. Please tell me what are the product Samsung manufacture. You must have seen what are the things. I think you must have seen the AC refrigerators of the Samsung, also the TV of the Samsung. So all these things you must have been seen. And one more thing you should know is this is the South Korean company. So in the PCS they can ask the location, and also they can ask that what are the area where they are working. Smartphone devices they also produce. Okay, so these are the things that is being produced. The thing is that in India under Article 19, in the Article 19 Clause 1, Subclause C, it provides for the right to form association. Okay, union and association. So workers have right to form the association, and here the Indian workers, those who are working in the Samsung, this is into the Tamil Nadu, Perambur. The name of the district is the Perambur, where this is situated. Here the thing is that these unions, they want to make the unions, and that include the name of Samsung, India Workers Union. The Samsung has the deal contract with the state government as well as well as the Indian government. So on that ground, Samsung is protesting. They don't want to formation of this union on the name of Samsung. Actually, they don't want, any company don't want the union or any of such association who start collective bargaining, because whenever the workers start the collective bargaining, you will have to increase the salary, you will have to increase the allowance and different other social security and the protection, and that's why the benefit, the profit of the company that reduce, and none of the capitalists want the reduction in their benefit or the profit. This is the case, same is here. Here you will see that there is the one concept that is being discussed is the Kaizen. This concept of the Kaizen, it discuss is mainly this is being into the context of the Japanese production method. Here you will see that the continuous improvement to increase the work intensity and decrease or reduce the idle time. Means the worker have to continuously work into the production process so that the productivity of the workers can be increased, and that's why the profit making could be enhanced. This is the main thing any capitalist will want, that the workers should work more and more, and the idle time, means the resting time or the time where you are not working, should be reduced, because this is in the benefit of the company that has been developed into the Japan, and this is known as the Kaizen. Okay, so this is the process that make the very exploitative condition or the very vulnerable condition for the workers. So this is always many times it is criticized, but the many times it is also appreciated. The other thing that the Samsungs are called as the chaebols into South Korea. So this thing also you should remember. Okay, chaebols brought in automated production system, introduced the external subcontractor and restructured as well as decentralized their operation to curb the labor power. Okay, so these are the things that is going on, and that's why there is the sufferer, there is the tussle between the Samsung and those unions and the workers. Here you will see that the center and state, they have into the trouble, because center have to show that yes, in the India the uh, manufacturing condition for the any of the country is good, but if this tussle is going on, and if the central government is going to take the side with the workers, so they will be considered as that they are not good. India is not good for the production or the any of the investment. If it is going to take the side with the Samsung, so that central government will be considered as this is anti-workers. So this is the same thing that is happening with the state government, because in the Tamil Nadu, mostly the state government, they are influenced by the Justice Party and Periyar's ideology of the Periyar, and that also always talk about the dignity of the workers and justice for the workers. So if they are going to side with the Samsung, so it will be like you are compromising with the justice and the dignity of the workers. And if the state government is going to take with the Samsung, this will be the condition. And if the state government is going to take the side with these workers, so it will give a message that the investment, the environment in atmosphere for the investment is not good into the Tamil Nadu, and that's why for the longer time duration, it will result into the a compromise. This compromise will result into the unemployment and lesser manufacturing hub, lesser choice from the foreign companies. So these are all the things that is into the debate, and all this has been discussed under this article. So this is all about from the today's news. Thank you for joining this session. All the best. Jai Hind.